Yes, here we go. We are now in connection with Robert Kuper on the Sloop Lear.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you in the middle of where?
I'm here now, 1 mile northwest of Skanör, Sweden, and I have to turn past Copenhagen, and I thought to go to Trelleborg this night because my 36 hours end at 7 o'clock in the morning, or 7:30 in the morning. But there should be some thundery showers in the night that could start at 2 o'clock perhaps. So I try to be in the harbor at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. But the wind is decreasing now. My Jenaka is flapping. So perhaps I go to Skanör. Hey Morten,
Okay.
now I see you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm inside a house. Well, it looks quite okay where you are too. I guess it has calmed a lot down compared to what I have expected.
Yeah, now it's okay. It's fine. It's warm. It's warmer than this midday. It's getting warmer, so something's coming up, and the sky is over there is looking like there's something coming up. But what I've heard it's that it's only lasts for 8 hours or something like this.
Okay.
Just in the Sunday morning, so between 2 and 10 o'clock, 2 and 11 o'clock, something like this. So perhaps the first time of this I will be in the harbor.
It has been a completely different race so far than it was last year. I know you were participating on the fully crewed, as far as I remember, but it was so calm last year, and you were floating around for days without really moving. And I mean, now you have already sailed a huge part of the distance. How does it compare the two races?
Yeah. Last time I was in a double-handed with my friend Gero, and it's absolutely not comparable because the weather, as you said, it was like it's now actually, but for the rest of the days after the start, we had really good wind, especially this morning or the last evening in Skagen. I had much wind, really much wind, 5 to 6 before, to 7, sometimes 8 in gusts. And we had the smallest sail we could set, and we had really sped up. So we have been very fast. And now through the Sund, I set all the time the Jenaka. And the current is with us this time, 2 to 3 knots, or 1.5 to 3 knots. So it's really a complete different race because as I'm not competitive, but I follow the firsts, and I'm not the last one. That's a new experience for me.
I'm so impressed by the progress that you're all making. It's really, really nearly crazy how fast you're moving around the course. I think everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so to speak. It has been a bit of a no-brainer to sail it tactically, but now I think the weather is going to shift. So now you're going to use some more skills, navigational advice. What do you think?
Sorry, the last thing I didn't understand. It was.
I mean, now the weather comes into play, and you have to make decisions on the weather because until now, the weather has been. I mean, it has just been sailing the direction.
Yeah, absolutely. It said even windy says now it's west northwest, but the wind is coming from northeast now, with wind. You can't call it wind. It's 2 knots or something like this, and. If I want to reach Skanör before midnight, I'm not sure if it happens. So okay. I think Skanör will be the harbor because I now make 1.6 to 2 knots through the water, 3 knots, 2.5 over ground. So, and it's still 5 miles to Skane. So if it's decreasing more, so I will need 2 or 3 hours. So then it's midnight, and that's the time when I wanted to be in a harbor. So I'm not around the corner as I expected to be, but Skane is the second best.
All right. How was the conditions in Kattegat? Was it rough or was it?
It was really rough. Yes, it was the roughest part of the race till now, because I had to sail the whole of the time upwind, and you know my old lady doesn't go so high on the wind, so we have a tacking angle from 110 degrees, so we can go to the wind 50, 52, 55 degrees. So the course wasn't very good, but we have been very, very fast, and that's the positive thing about Lea. She's a bit heavy, but she can handle the waves, and that's why she's still fast. We made 8 to 10 knots through water, and that was really great.
Okay, cool. So you're saying that you were actually going upwind. I thought it was that you were reaching most of the time.
No, in the Kattegat, I was the whole of the time I was upwind, and the reaching started in the south just before Helsingør, and then I could set up the Jenaka. And now some wind is coming. That's a bit funny. It makes the decision not easier. We're making 5 knots over ground. Yeah. But it's northeast and not northwest. So.
Okay. Have you had time to look at the?
I'm not sure. When we finish the interview, I will start thinking.
Okay. One final question,
Sorry.
Robert. Have you had time to look at the Garmin watch and to see how low you are on energy and body battery wise? If it's lower than normal.
I always looked at it, and it is since the beginning of the regatta, it's down to 5, and it doesn't rise. So,
wow. 5.
So in the normal nights, it's rise. That's what I told you some days ago. In the normal nights, when I sleep 4 or 5 hours, then it rises up to 60. But here on board, when I take little naps from 10 minutes, or sometimes on a long distance from 20 minutes, or normally 5 to 12 minutes, it doesn't move. So it's near. It stays at 5, and the other functions are great. It's a nice thing to play with the InReach, to steer it, and to have this watches and this. But the body battery is down at 5 and stays there.
Okay.
But I'm feeling good.
Sorry?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here, so everything is fine. But the watch tells me I'm not sleeping enough, and she's right. But but I'm feeling good.
That's the most important. Okay, Robert, I will leave you to make the decision if you're gonna where you're gonna moor for the night, and then talk to you maybe tomorrow at some point to see how things are.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I just close this down, and we can just have a chat on. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I close.